etc. I would like to invite you, sir, on stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, looks like the air pollution has gotten to all of you, huh? Good afternoon, guys. Okay, awesome. So, to give you a few numbers, a lot of you might have checked the air quality index this morning. In 90% of the areas across NCR, the quality is in hazardous range. More than 500 is the index, and that's the reason a lot of people have cold and cough and also feeling sick this morning. For people who live in Delhi, it's pretty normal. But that normal has to change, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I thought you might be feeling sleepy, so I thought of offering you a cigarette or seven. Now that's a joke. So breathing in Delhi on a day like this is equivalent to smoking 7 cigarettes a day. That's how serious this issue is. So even if you're not a smoker, you're hurting your lungs in the same fashion as a smoker does if he smokes 7 cigarettes a day. So yeah, the world has evolved technically over the last decade, from the times when we used to check weather forecast in newspapers. We are checking air quality index in mobile apps. That's how the world has changed, right? And see, the thing is, the air pollution in metro cities is a state of emergency at the moment. Like the previous talks by the reputed panel clearly talked about how India has the knowledge. India always had the knowledge. India always had the vision. But still we are in a state of emergency. Tells you that there's something which is not right. Even it was not right even then and not even now. So a lot has not changed in terms of execution when it comes to India, because we have a lot of knowledge, we form strategies, but things fail when it comes to execution. And we know the problem. So my question to whether it's the industry leaders in this room or the government officials is that, okay, what are we doing about it? Yes, we are doing a lot, but is that enough? We're still considering that we are going to take step X, Y, or Z if a certain condition prevails for 48 to 72 hours. Is that going to help us? The 3 facts that all of us should walk back with today, one of which was already mentioned, but I'll re-emphasize. Around 7 million deaths annually due to exposure to indoor and outdoor pollution. 90% of the global population is staying in places with unhealthy and unfit air quality. And the third fact is something that you definitely do not know, and it's the most interesting one. You are the one who can change that. Cost of air pollution, again mentioned earlier, is not just impacting health, but the entire ecosystem. Your agriculture, your wildlife, and even the economy. Solving any issue, we all know, generally requires a plan. So India has been doing a great job of making plans. We have a lot of data available by our side. Companies like Google have started collecting data since 2015 about air quality at a global level. So now that we have data, what is the key? The key is to analyze it well and then create action items. And see, the name of the event is Airothon. It's not a conference which will end at 5 p.m. today. Mind it, the conference will begin at 5 p.m. because whatever we agree on today has to continue till the 4th edition of Airothon. So, okay, let's discuss what we are discussing. Let's come up with some action items, but we must reflect upon them. This is my first participation in Airothon. I'm glad to be here. But talking about the upcoming editions of Airothon, it should not be all about discussing what's the issue and discussing the solutions. Let's create some action plans today. That will be my idea of this panel discussion. We have a great panel on our side. I'll be inviting them shortly. But I will personally be putting down these action items, and you as delegates must question what did we do on them throughout the year when we meet next year. Now, before we move on, there's one fact I was just discussing with Dr. Rajarshi as well, that India as such, and not just about air pollution, India has this habit of being reactive to situations, especially when it comes to environmental issues, right? We got to be proactive, guys. Right now we are reacting because Delhi has become unlivable in terms of breathing air. So we're trying to solve that air quality index of 400 to 600 We try to solve that, the situation in 5 years down the line will be so severe that you will have no plan to solve a 800 or 1000. Mind it, a few months ago when there were bad storms in Delhi, thanks to the deforestation in Aravalli, the scale, the AQI could measure only till 999 and the readings were 999 because there was nothing beyond the scale. So can you imagine the depth of this issue? With this, I'll keep some points reserved. I put down some questions. So what we'll do is we'll invite the panelists. We'll be giving them 3 to 4 minutes each in interest of the time to end the session on time to talk about their organizations first, what have they done in the past, and what are their plans. And then we'll be making it more interactive by asking a few questions which have been gathered by a variety of audience and not by me personally. So these are not going to be personal questions, so please don't take them personally. With this, I will pass on my speaking rights to the panelists. The first